Hello everyone, welcome to the solution of LeetCode problem 167 named 2 sum 2, where the input array is sorted. In this program, we are given an integer array and target value. We have to print two index value such that they sum up to the target. That means, suppose in the first example, the integer value is 9 and the array is 2, 7, 11 and 15. So if I add 2 and 7, that means the summation will be 9, which is equal to the target. So here 2 is the first index and 7 is the second index element. So in this case, we have to return 1 and 2. Now in the second example, the array contains 3 elements, which is 2, 3 and 4, and target is 6. So if we add 2 with 4, then the summation will become 6. So here we have to print 1 and 3, which is the first and third element. Here the constant is the array length can be in between 2 to 3 into 10 to the power 4, and each of the array element can be in between minus 1000 to positive 1000. And the target value is also minus 1000 to positive 1000, and the array are given in a increasing order or non-decreasing order. So I hope you understood the problem. Now let's move on to the solution. Now to solve this problem, we have taken one input, which is 1, 2, 7, 11 and 15. This array contains 5 elements and here the target value is 9. So according to the problem definition, we have to calculate the index value where the summation of two different elements is equal to the target. Here we can see that if I add 2 with 7, then the summation will be 9, which is exactly equal to the target. And the index number of 2 is 2 and 3, because in this problem, we are calculating the index number from 1. So here 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. So in this problem, we have to return 2 and 3, which is the index number of this element 2 and this element 7. And their summation is 9, so which is equal to the target. So in this case, we have to return 2 and 3. I hope you understood the problem. Now let's move on to the actual solution of this problem. We're going to solve this problem by using the two-pointer approach. Here, we will take 2 pointers. Suppose our first pointer is pointing to the first element here, which is I, and our last pointer is J, which is pointing to the last element. Now, in each operation, we have to check whether the value of the A of I and A of J and their summation is greater than target or not. If suppose the value A of I plus A of J is greater than target, that means in this problem, the value A of I is 1 and the value A of J is 15. So the summation will be 16, right? So here, which is definitely greater than 9. So we have to do one thing. We have to reduce some values. So in this problem, the basic intuition is if the summation is greater than the target, then we have to decrement our last pointer, which is J. So here, our J will point to this element now. So again, the summation is 1 plus 11, which is 12, which is also greater than 9. So we have to again decrease our J pointer. Now our J pointer is indicating this element, which is 7. So here, the summation is 1 plus 7, which is 8. Now wait, 8 is greater than 9. So we have to make sure that in next operations, the value of the summation will increase. So here, we have to upgrade our first pointer. So our first pointer is pointing to the second element, which is 2. Now, the value of A of I and A of j will be 2 plus 7, which is equal to 9. So here, which is exactly equal to the given target. So in this problem, we have to return 2 and 3, which is the index of element 2 and 7. So in short, we can say that if the summation of A of I and A of j is greater than t, then we have to decrease the value of j. Otherwise, we have to decrease the value of I. So this is the basic algorithm. I hope you understood the algorithm. Now let's move on to the code. In this problem, the code is pretty simple. At first, we are given a function named toSum. The parameter of this function is a vector and a target integer. Now we are taking 2 pointers, which is I and j. Currently, I is pointing to the first element and j is pointing to the last element. And we have taken 1 extra vector to store the answer. Now we will run a loop. Each loop will continue until the value of I is less than the value of j. If inside this loop, we have to check whether the summation of A of I and A of j is less than target or not. If it is, then we have to increment the value of I. Otherwise, the summation of them is greater than target, we have to decrement the value of j. Otherwise, if the summation is equal to the target, then we have to push the current index to the answer array. After that, we have to return the answer. I hope you understood the code. Now let's move on to the time and space complexity analysis of this program. In this program, the time complexity is big O of n because we are using loop to iterate each of the element, and the space complexity is big O of 1. Although we are taking 1 extra vector, but it will contain only 2 elements. So here we can say that the space complexity is big O of 1. Thank you everyone for watching this video. We will get back soon with another LeetCode solution.